Greetings, hello, welcome. Let's talk about division of polynomials. Alright, let's get right to it. Let's say you're given 4x squared. Said divide this one by 2. Okay, so to do that, the division sign, just write it as a fraction. That is the same thing as 4x squared. The division sign changes to the fraction sign, and 2 is our denominator. So in this case, you would ask yourself, how many times does 2 go into 4? Or in other words, how many times is 2 divisible by 4? 2 into 4. So 2 is 1 here. 2 into 4 goes in there 2 times. So there is no variable down here, so x squared remains as x squared. So we'll have 2x squared over 1, which is the same thing as 2x squared. So this is division of a monomial by a monomial. Gives you a monomial as an answer. Okay. Example 1. So example 2 would be, let's say we had a monomial 6x squared y divided by 2x y. So what will be the answer? Try doing this one and tell us the answer, or compare the answer with what we'll get. Alright, let's compare our answers. This is a 2. Okay, first let's work with like terms. 6 and 2 are the same, so would ask how many times is 2 divisible by 6. So 2 goes in 6 3 times. 2 here is 1, 2 there is 3. So is there anything else that is the same? Yes, x. X is a 1 there. That one is a 2. So x and x are the same. So then the powers will subtract the powers. Okay, cool. Y and y cancel one another out. Then we'll have something like 3x. If we are dividing and the bases are the same, x and x, we subtract the powers of the same bases. So in this case, we'll have 2 minus 1. So 3x to the power 2 minus 1, what's the answer? 1. 3x. Alright, cool. Another way to do this one would be 6x squared y over 2x. We could write the top one as, well, we write the top one as a product of its prime factors. In this case, we would write 6 as 2 times 3 multiplied by x. X can be written as x times x, and then multiplied by y. Then in the bottom we'll have 2 times x equals to, all this is equals to, in this case we would say, okay, look at like terms and cancel them out. 2 and 2 are the same, so those ones cancel each other out. X and X cancel each other out. And what do we have left here? Just, well, we have 1 left at the bottom. So at the top we have 3 and X and Y, so 3 times X times Y over 1, which is the same thing as 3 X Y. And right here we forgot a Y, so multiplied by Y, that Y, the Y will cancel out, therefore this Y will cancel out, and we'll only have 3X as our final answer. Okay, cool. That's an easier method to use if 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 you are able to do it and the power is not so large, because otherwise if the powers were so large, for example, as if it was 6x to the power 27, you could not be able to use this method, because, well, you could, but it would take a lot of time to use that method. Y squared divided by 2x squared y squared. In this case, that's why you'll have to just use this method. 2 and there is what? 2 here is 1, 2 there is 3 times, and x, the bases are the same, so if they are the same and you are dividing, you just subtract the powers. In this case we would say 3x 27 minus the bottom one, okay, minus 2, the bottom degree is 2, and then we have 1, top one is 2 minus the 2 at the bottom, okay, always subtract the bottom from the top. So 27 minus 2, 27, 26, so that is x to the power 25, and that is y to the power 0. Anything raised to the power 0 is equals to 1. Y to the power 0 is equals to 1. Okay, so 3x to the power 25 is our final answer. Please feel free to inbox me, text me if you don't understand what we are doing. In the meantime, let's continue, shall we? Alright, fourth example. Let's say we have so we have 4x cubed y cubed z squared minus 2x a y z divided by 2a x y z. So in this case, well, how do we go about solving this? Well, that's easy. What we have here is a binomial divided by a polynomial. So the numerator is a binomial and the denominator is a polynomial. So what we do is we divide every term in the binomial by the numerator. So every term on what am I saying, by the denominator, not numerator. So every term in the denominator would be divided by this sum every term in the numerator will be divided by this very same term in the denominator. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. Let's work it out now. So in this case, we'll say we'll say okay, many times does 2 go into 4? Well, it goes into 4 2 times. Then we'll say, oh, is the okay, let's maybe do it this way. I'll do it here. I'll say 4x cubed y cubed z squared divided by 2ax y z. Okay, how many times does 2 go into 4? That is 2 times, so I'll write the 2 there. How many times does a go into there? Well, there's no a there, so what am I doing? So a will remain as a denominator. Okay, we have x, we have another x there, so we'll say x cubed minus 1. So x to the power 3 minus 1. There's a y there, so we subtract that 1 because they're the same. Would say that 3 minus 1. Then we have a z, we also have a z, so z squared minus 1. So this gives me 2x, 3 minus 1, that's 2, y, 3 minus 1, that's 2, and then with z to the 1, everything over a. Okay. Okay, cool. So that will be the answer for this one divided by that will give me this as the answer. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll write that as 2x squared y squared z to the power 1 divided by a minus, what is our answer now? Minus 2x ayz divided by 2ayx z. Okay, so let's do that. 2x ayz divided by 2axyz. 2 and 2 is 1 1. X cancels out, a and a cancels out, y and y cancels out, z and z cancels out. The answer is 1. Okay, the answer is 1. So that's 2x squared yz minus 1. 2x squared y squared z all over a minus 1. Okay, just rewriting this as a whole fraction. Okay, let's say that 1 over a. So I would take a and 1. A times 1, that is a, becomes our denominator. Write this one for this one as it is, 2x squared y squared z. Bring down the sign, minus, okay, multiplied by, many times as 1 go into this denominator, that is 8 times, so minus a. Right. Okay. Okay, cool. So this is the final answer: 2x squared y squared z minus a all over a. Or you can just leave it as 2x squared y squared z over a minus 1. It's still the same thing, whichever one you prefer. Okay. Cool. So do the following as homework: 2x squared y cubed divided by 3x y, and 3x cubed y divided by 3. The third one would be 2x squared y plus xy divided by xy. Alright.